Namaskar. Welcome to a special episode of DataBites. I am Ajay Prakash. I do a DataBites episode very rarely. It is only when I come across some data which I think should reach all of you that I do this program. And this data, many times, people might like this data, some people may not be so happy about it, and at times it could also be disturbing. And normally, this data doesn't come from any government sources. Now, this data, if you happen to be a BJP supporter, I'm sure you are going to discard it, disown it, and even probably mock this data. On the other hand, if you happen to be a Congress supporter, there is enough reason to become optimistic. Today, I'm going to talk about a poll that has been running on Twitter for the last 5 days. It had been initiated to run for 6 days, so there is still one more day to go. This poll is being conducted by a very important supporter of the Bhartiya Janata Party. And when he had started this poll, I really don't know what he had in his mind. But then, as the days passed, the results started getting a little bit uncomfortable for him, and finally, they became very shocking. When he started this poll, he had pinned this poll to his Twitter page so that everyone can see it. But when these results started coming in, after a day or so, he unpinned this, and so this poll slipped somewhere down. In fact, I had thought that he has removed it, but later someone told me that it is still running. I'm obviously going to tell you a little bit more about this person who had run this poll, and he must have had lot of expectation from the BJP troll army to vote for his poll. Next, I'll take you through the Twitter algorithm and show you how these results become very significant. And lastly, I'll also show you how these results are extremely accurate. A quick request before I go forward. If you happen to like this program, please do share it with your friends, press the like button, and also subscribe to the channel on whichever one you are watching it on. This really helps us bring more such programs to all of you. Since I'm going to talk about Twitter polls, for the benefit of those of you who do not know what is a Twitter poll, I'll very briefly describe it. Twitter has a facility in which any user can initiate a survey or a poll. Mostly, this facility is used by marketing companies. You can ask a question and then give four options, maximum of four options, as its answers. This poll is then sent out just like any other tweet on Twitter. It goes to your followers and other people. The user can also mention the duration of this poll in number of days. And once that many days are complete, the answers are shown to you. In fact, the answers are shown continuously to you as the poll progresses throughout the duration. On the morning of February the 4th at 9:11 a.m., a person by the name Suresh Chavanke, many of you may be knowing the person also, he started a Twitter poll and he asked the question, whom would you like to see as the Prime Minister in 2024? He gave four options: Narendra Modi, Rahul Gandhi, Nitish Kumar, and Mamata Banerjee. The poll was in two parts. In the second part, he had mentioned names of Arvind Kejriwal and K. Chandrasekhar Rao and a couple of more options, but people did not really answer the second part. The duration of this poll was set for 6 days, so it will end on February the 10th. There is still one more day to go because I am recording this episode on February 9th. Now, obviously, his followers saw this poll and started to respond, and the results were according to expectations. In the morning of 4th February, it was Narendra Modi leading by 54% and Rahul Gandhi by 40%. Now, that in itself was also a very big news because till now, Rahul Gandhi was seen as only being popular with around 10 to 15% of the people when it came to the Prime Minister's choice. The same day, later in the afternoon, Rahul Gandhi started to catch up. It became 47% for Rahul Gandhi and Narendra Modi only 1% ahead at 48%. The other two in the option, Nitish Kumar and Mamta Banerjee, really did not have too many votes. This poll was pinned to his Twitter page so that all of his followers, when they see his tweets, the first thing they will see is this poll, and the chances for getting responses increases. Though I am not a follower of Suresh Chavanke, but then there could be someone whom I know has retweeted this poll so that it came on my Twitter page as well. The next day, February 5th, was a Sunday, and I saw this poll around 11 o'clock in the morning. And then I took one screenshot as well. By that time, Rahul Gandhi was already 1% ahead of Narendra Modi. Rahul Gandhi was at 47.9% and Narendra Modi at 46.8%. The number of votes that had been polled by that time was 69,600, and there had been 2,331 retweets. And today, on February the 9th, the results are really startling. Rahul Gandhi is 51.8%, Narendra Modi 44.6%, and a huge number of people have voted, 2,15,549 people. Now, if I am from the BJP, I should not disregard these results as being a one off aberration, or this poll was just done for fun and there is nothing to be serious about it. I will tell you why. But before that, a very quick introduction to Mr. Suresh Chavanke. Here is a screenshot of the bio page of Mr. Suresh Chavanke, which I have taken from Twitter. He is the chairman and managing director and editor in chief of Sudarshan News TV. He hosts several other programs like Bindas Bol and Chalte Chalte. He has over 6 lakh followers on Twitter, 6 lakh 10,000 to be exact. And here is a screenshot which I have taken from his website sureshchavanke.in. Now, looking at this photo, you can probably make out what kind of a very important person Mr. Suresh is. If you notice on his table, there are at least 7 phones in front of him. And in the background, there is a big photograph of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. And if you go to his YouTube page, by looking at the thumbnails and the titles, you can guess that he is a very staunch Hindutva supporter. Have a look at this small clip.
नमस्कार, मैं हूं सुरेश चौहान और आप देख रहे हैं बिंदास बोल। और आज का बिंदास बोल आपके सामने हम लेकर उपस्थित है दिल्ली दंगों को लेकर। न्यायालय द्वारा दिल्ली दंगों में मुस्लिम दंगाइयों को जमानत की आशीर्वाद मिलने की बातें हिंदू दंगा पीड़ितों के मन पर और जख्म पर नमक छिड़कने जैसी है, ऐसी पोस्ट मैंने पढ़ी।
The reason I showed you this clip is not because I am impressed by this person or in any manner I am trying to propagate his viewpoint. I showed you this because a person like this, if he has followers, these 6 lakh people on Twitter, you should understand that all of them would be subscribing to his ideology. They would be of the same category. Now I'll tell you a little bit about the Twitter algorithm, how it handles tweets and how the tweets are shown to the users on Twitter. Whenever a person, for instance, if I make a tweet, it first goes to my followers, and that too, not all of the followers will see it all at once. It first goes to those people who engage with me or I engage with them the maximum. After doing that, then it prioritizes the other followers, and then gradually over a period of time the tweet is shown to other followers. Now, if any follower happens to retweet my tweet, then the same process is followed for that person. So a retweet helps in spreading the tweet much faster. So this poll of Suresh Chavanke would first have been seen by his ardent followers, the people with whom he would have been engaging. That is the people who are of similar ideology, and they would have first responded. And as time passed, it went to other people. Today, there are 1.4 million views on this, and as I said, over 2 lakh people have voted for this. Unfortunately, Suresh Chavanke had tagged Narendra Modi, Rahul Gandhi, Nitish Kumar, Arvind Kejriwal in this poll. Not that the Prime Minister would be monitoring this poll, but then there are many of his followers who will not be happy by the results. And getting over 2 lakh votes on a Twitter poll in itself is a huge number. So, is it that the BJP supporters, some of them at least, have started batting for the Congress party? So, for the BJP, this is one good enough reason for them to get worried and start analyzing these numbers. Now, in the last section, I'm going to discuss the accuracy of these polls. You may recollect that during the elections, there are several agencies who conduct surveys. Most of them talk of a sample size of around 2000 to 3000 people. That is, they go out and interview these many people. And then they extrapolate the answers to predict the poll outcome for the entire state. This is the well known statistical sampling theory. So let's work out for this particular poll on Twitter, which is run by Suresh Chavanke. Let's see how accurate it is. For this purpose, I'm using the site called checkmarket.com, where there's a provision to calculate the margin of error. Now, the population in this case, which I have entered, is 1.4 million. That is the number of people who have seen this poll of Mr. Suresh Chavanke. The respondents for this, that is the people who had answered the poll, was a little over 2,15,000. So the number of respondents is 2,15,000. The confidence level, that is the confidence I have of how true the answers are, I've taken as 95%. Maybe 5% people could have been wrong in their assessment. Now, given these parameters, the margin of error is very, very small. It's only 0.19%. Now, I'll show you one more thing. If we even increase the population size to 1 crore, the accuracy still is 0.21. This is because the number of respondents or the sample size is huge. A highly accurate poll, and this is the second reason that BJP should also get worried for. I await the final results, which will come tomorrow, and you can also follow Suresh Chavanke on Twitter. I'll be also tweeting the final results. So, thank you for joining me today. I'll see you again next week with some more interesting data. Till then, namaskar and goodbye.